Hi guys, welcome back to Bully Polish. Today we're going to do a quick blush decluttering. I keep stumbling over those words. It's not even the first time. But anyways, we are going to quickly go through, I hope, 24 blushes in here, including this one. And hopefully we'll get rid of some that I don't use. This is the first item that we're going to talk about. This is the Tarte Energy Skintuitive Cheek Stain. It's one of the Tarte stains, but it looks like a pale pink color. But actually when you put it on the back of your hand, it changes to the temperature of your body. So it looks clear here, but once you put it on, it goes from clear and slowly transforms into a pink. And it's going to end up looking like that. I actually tested it on 2 or 3 people in my family and we all end up with slightly different pinks, so it does look different on everybody. I just don't think I really like the way it applies with the balm. I'm just going to give this away. This is the Givenchy blush. This is my all-time favorite blush. I use this for my wedding. And this is a limited edition color. It looks kind of dirty because I've had it for a while and I use it all the time. I travel with it. But this is in shade number 2, which is Bucolic Poppy. Like this beautiful pattern where it was ombre from darker to lighter, and kind of embedded in it was kind of more solid pigment that's more red, and it looks like rose petals falling, and it just looks so pretty on the skin. So I just did a quick swatch right here. I don't know if you can see it, but when it's on the cheeks and when you're not using your finger, it actually applies a lot better. This is my all-time favorite blush and I'm definitely gonna keep this one. This one is a cheek jelly and it looks like this. It's in a pot, and this is in the color Rose Extravagant, and you just use your fingers to apply. I don't use it often just because powders are just a lot easier when you're on the go, but it looks kind of like a jelly if you look right here. And if you just tap it, this is how it looks when it's blended out. It's actually really pretty. I still have a lot of it in there. There's a slight shimmer, but you don't really see it on the skin. It just looks really gorgeous on. It's a lot more pigmented than the other one, and for people with darker skin tones, this looks beautiful on them. This was actually the gift for being a VIB Rouge, but this is completely brand new. I haven't used it yet. You can see there's still the logo on and hasn't been touched. Pretty plummy and a gold shimmer to it, which doesn't look very glittery. It's like very fine. I'm gonna keep this just because I really want to test out how Nars blushes are, because I don't have any. I never tested them out. Smashbox blush, which I bought in a set with I think a lipstick, and this is in Pop of Pink. And if you look here, it's still fairly new. A little bit of a hard texture, but this is how it swatches. It's very pigmented. Color is just too bright for me. I tried using it for a while. I just felt like it was too bright and just not my color. So I am gonna declutter this. This is the Apu Air Fit Apu Cushion Blusher, and this is in the shade Pink 1. And I actually really like this. It comes with like a cushion foundation, a little cushion, and the cushion with the blush in here. It's actually very natural, and it's a very light pink. I still use this regularly, especially on days when I want to do quick makeup. This Manna Kadar Beauty, this came in my Serendipity box, and this is actually a full size. This one's supposed to be a highlighter, blush, and I don't know what, like eyeshadow all in one, but it's like very shimmery, light pale pink, very reflective, and if you look at it, it's a beautiful color. I don't know, it's so pretty right now when I look at it. I might just keep this one for a little longer. I only had this for a couple of months. You know what? I'm just being a hoarder. I'm just going to declutter this. This is from Studio Makeup. I also got this in one of my boxes. I can't remember which one. It might have been the BoxyCharm ones when I used to still get it. But this is in the shade Wildflower. It's a soft blend blush, and I really like this one. I use this a lot when I want really natural makeup as well. It's a little bit hard. It's not as soft as some other blushes I have, but I like how just natural it looks. It's not very pink, it's not very mauve. It's just like a perfect blend of those kind of colors where when you put it on your face, it doesn't look like you're wearing really blush. So I really like this one, and I'm gonna keep this. These are the next 3 blushes we're gonna look at. These are all Chanel cream blushes. I was very excited when they started releasing these, and at that time a lot of people were very into cream blushes, and eventually I ended up with 3 colors: Revelation, Chamade, and Presage. And this is how the 3 colors swatch, corresponding with the same order. This one is one of my favorites. Can you guys tell that I love kind of reddish watermelon colors? Like this one just reminds me of watermelon so much. I just love it. So this one for sure I'm going to keep. These 2 colors actually look very similar. This one is just more kind of pink and more natural looking. This one is kind of a very bright orange. I don't know if you can tell in the swatches here. So this one I use when I want a more natural looking kind of face. And this one, to be honest, I haven't used very often. I'm kind of debating if I want to give this one away or not. I will keep this for sure. And I'll put this in a maybe pile. These two are from Chanel and they're both very different. This one has a lot of shimmer to it and this one is very matte. This one is very orangey and this of course is very bright pink. This one is in the color Prevol. I'm not quite sure I'll say that. And this one's in Fleur de Lotus. That's how those two color swatches. This one, of course, if you can see, is very peachy orange and this one's very pink, pale pink with some shimmer to it. The thing about Chanel blushes, I think they're not very pigmented, but I kind of like that. I still really like this and I'm gonna keep it. This next blush was actually my most, I think it is my most recent blush that I've received. This was a gift from my cousin I got for my birthday this year, so I only had it for a couple of months. It has a highlighter and a blush, and I usually swirl it together. Oh, I'm ruining the pattern with my finger. This is how it looks when it's swirled together, and it's kind of like a very light pink. It usually comes out a little bit lighter than this. I just kind of wanted to show on camera. So the bottom half is kind of a peachy orange color, and the top half is a very sheer kind of like a highlighter glow. This is actually one of my most used blushes right now. So I am going to keep that. Sample size of the Stila convertible color. This is in the color Peony, which I kept hearing a lot of things about this product back in the days, and people use it on your lips, but I just find that it didn't work on my lips. It felt kind of very dry. I just didn't like the texture of it. It's a very beautiful color. It's very natural. It's, how do you not describe it? Like a dusky pink, I guess you could say. It's very pretty. I just don't use it. I think it's only supposed to last 6 months and I had it for way longer than that. I'm just gonna throw it away. Actually, this new Makeup Geek blush, I came in one of my boxes and it says XOXO, but for some reason, which when it came, it was already not glued on to the pan. But I haven't actually used this more than once. A little bit stiff, it's kind of powdery, and the color is very bright, kind of Barbie pink, and I just don't like it. So I am going to be giving this away. These two blushes we're going to look at, these are both by the Balm. These are the In Stain Long Wearing Balms, and this is the colors. This was in lace and this is in toil. So when these first came out, I heard a lot of great reviews about how pigmented, how long wearing they were, and when I saw these were on sale at Halt Look, I kind of jumped on the chance and I bought 2 of them. The problem with when you order online is you can't really judge the colors. They both are very pigmented and they're actually nice colors, but this one is just a little bit too magenta pink for me, and this one, I don't know, I'm just not in love. I just never reached for these, and even though I kind of like this color, I just never used them. I just think someone else can appreciate them more. So I am going to get rid of both of these. Bobbi Brown kit that I got from Sephora using points. I really barely used it, probably used it once, and this is how the blush looks. It's kind of interesting pink where it's kind of a lavendery tone to it. I like how this one is actually like a credit card size I keep in my wallet. So I'm just going to keep this just because if I ever need an emergency, I can carry this along. This is a Burberry blush in the color number 10 Hydrangea Pink. It's called Light Glow Blushes. The thing is, it's a natural blush, but this thing is crazy pigmented. I don't know if you ever heard of a blush that's too pigmented to wear easily. This is one of them. Look at the pan here. It literally looks untouched because, for one thing, honestly, I haven't used it that often because I'm kind of scared of how pigmented it is. And the other thing is, when I use it, literally just tap it with the lightest tap and you'll get a full on crazy pigmented blush. So I'm gonna keep this just because I bought it and I haven't really given it a lot of chances to use it and to play with it. And I just feel really bad. I don't know. Something inside myself just wants to keep it and wants to love it. But so far it's kind of like, But if I still don't use it within the next couple months, then I probably will declutter this one too. This is the next blush we're gonna look at. This is the Cargo blush I recently got in my Pop Sugar, and this is in the shade The Big Easy. It's like a huge blush. I mean, look at that compared to every other blush I have. And if you look at the Chanel ones, so this one's 0.15 ounce and this one's 0.31. This one's actually 0.21, which I'm surprised because it looks so small, but this actually has more product than the Makeup Geek itself. So that's pretty interesting. So I used this once and I actually thought it was a little bit darker than how it showed up here on my cheeks. But I am gonna give it a couple more shots just because I think it's a really pretty color. I don't really have anything this light and this kind of pale of a pink. And I really want to give this a fair chance, but Damn, it's huge, huh? These are my last 3 blushes. This is the Dior one, and this is in the shade Rosy Glow, if I remember correctly. Yes, Rosy Glow. And it looks like a very bright pink, but it's one of those blushes where if you put on your cheeks, it actually looks very pretty, and it kind of changes to your skin tone, like one of those magic blushes, like they say. So if you put it on, it actually doesn't look quite the same as it does in the pan because it adjusts to your skin chemistry and pH. This is actually one of my favorite blushes behind the Givenchy, and I've used this quite a bit, which I don't know why it doesn't look like it, but I have used this quite a bit. Multi-cheek blush, which I actually got from Daiso during my Daiso challenge. I really don't know what the color is. It's Japanese in the back. This actually turned out nicer than I thought it would. It's a very orangey blush, like really like orange, has a glow to it. And the reason why I kept it was because it's actually not that bad, and I don't really have a color that's quite this tangerine orange with a little shimmer to it. So I just figure maybe sometimes it'll be fun to do a very orange look. But I think honestly I'm not really going to use it, so I'm just going to declutter this as well. This is the last item. This is by Models Co. It's a cheek and lips tint, and this is in the shade Rosy Red. I actually used my BoxyCharm points to actually purchase this, and to be honest, I haven't tested it out yet besides that one swatch I did when I first got it. It comes out looking kind of jelly-like, and it's dark red, but when you blend it out, it turns out very sheer. The reason why I don't like using stuff like this on my cheeks is because it kind of leaves like a mark when you first put it. But it's a very pretty color, and I'm just going to play around with this. I'm not going to give this away yet. So this is the results of my decluttering. There is 15 blushes that I am going to keep for now. There's 1 or 2 that I'm going to see if I still really use in a couple months, and maybe not, then I'll declutter it then. And there are 8 blushes that I am going to give away and find new homes for. I've decided to not keep the Chanel, even though the hoarder me wants to keep it so bad. And this last blush I'm just going to throw away in the garbage because it's way past its prime. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed my decluttering. This is my second one ever. I'm trying to improve how I film it. So let me know if you have any tips, because I'm not very good with filming like this. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye bye. Bye bye.